Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now March 9th of 2022, and ever since the very end of the Book of Boba Fett series, a lot of Star Wars fans have been very intrigued about what's to come by George, John, and Dave Filoni, as well as Disney CEO Bob Chapek for the future of the Star Wars universe and exactly what they really have planned by combining both Star Wars Legends and the existing Disney canon material. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way, guys, I am on Twitter at Mike01 if you guys want to go ahead and give me a follow on there. I do make sure to post a couple of entertaining things from time to time and also really make sure to interact with you guys further. So we're getting very close to the Obi Wan Kenobi TV series. It's going to release momentarily. A lot of fans are getting very excited for the overall new footage of the series, giving us, of course, the overall theme and the overall style that Deborah Chow was actually going for. Now, Deborah Chow, from what a lot of fans have been expecting from her, is that she's really going to do a good job based on what she's been saying in a lot of the interviews of how this show is going to be very cinematic. It's going to be very much in line with the prequel trilogy movies. It's going to have that prequel trilogy-esque feel, while at the same exact time, it's going to feel new. And I think that's one great approach, is that they are sticking with the roots of George Lucas and his vision of the overall Star Wars universe. And at the end of the day, given that Ewan Mcgregor and Hayden Christensen are back for the leading roles of Anakin Skywalker / Darth Vader and Obi Wan Kenobi once again, you just have to make it feel like the prequels. You just have to. You got to keep that overall structure in place. So today we got some pretty interesting drops, and these drops, actually came from Entertainment Weekly. We got an official new magazine cover featuring Obi Wan Kenobi, portrayed by, of course, Ewan Mcgregor, as well as a handful of new stills that really gives us an official first look at the new TV show and some of the new villains. We get a first look at Owen Lars. We're going to tap into all of this. So with that being said, beyond all of what actually has been happening between Deborah Chow and how Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni have also been lending their hand with the Kenobi series, let's actually kick things off with the first thing that EW gave us, which of course is the official magazine cover. So here you can actually see that Obi Wan Kenobi is sporting a brand new Jedi uniform, or a Jedi outfit if you will. It's very much its own version. You can see that in the background we got the twin suns there and the clouds covering it sort of. You have the beautiful Obi Wan Kenobi lightsaber on the right, pretty much giving a blue tint on the right portion of his face. But what's really great about this is that this really gives you Obi Wan Kenobi Attack of the Clones vibes now, doesn't it? It really gives you that real feeling of Obi Wan Kenobi back to Episode 2 Attack of the Clones. He's got the longer hair here, he's got the beard, but this time around you guys may be wondering, why is something off about his face? Not in a bad way, actually in a very good way. Well, it looks like that they darkened his hair and they darkened his beard for this series. And there's a reason behind all of this. This could very well have something to do with the twin suns beating down on him every single day, kind of changing the color of his beard, and that does happen for a lot of people. Now, when you look at everything related to, the overall tint of the poster, I like how they did that. It has that blue, that beautiful contrast of the blue with the twin suns behind him. But without further ado, let's move on to the official stills of the series. Now, the first one that EW gave us, we can see that Kenobi looks like he's on some sort of a mission. Now, we've already talked about the leaks before in the past that Kenobi is going to be indeed going off-world at some point in time in the very beginning of the show. We'll talk about that a little bit later. We're not going to dive into that too much here. But this, in particular, you can tell that behind him, he appears to be on the world of Tatooine. You can tell by the concrete column that he's touching there, that he's hiding from somebody, that he's scoping out somebody. This is most likely an inquisitor, because we do know that inquisitors are going to play a role in the Kenobi show, and that's one thing to really look for without a doubt. Now, here you can also, once again, get those vibes from when Obi Wan Kenobi is on Geonosis, pretty much going on a mission and hiding in the shadows. This reminds me of that, and I'm sure it reminds you of that as well. Let's move on to the next image here. Now, this one, this matches, of course, directly with what we talked about, I would say about 4, maybe 5 months ago, that Deborah Chow wanted to visit Nar Shaddaa. Nar Shaddaa connected with Nal Hutta. If you guys look in the background, it does match the overall urban setting of Nar Shaddaa, that real city feel with the neon lights. You can see in the background there, all the way to the left, that there is some sort of neon lighting. Now, we're not quite sure, obviously, what it says. You really can't see it. But all the way to the right, we have Obi Wan Kenobi sporting the Jedi robe once again with the hood over his head. Again, this is giving you a nice callback to what Kenobi did in Attack of the Clones when he makes his way on Geonosis and he's scoping out, what he has to do on his own mission. And it really does give you a nice throwback to all of that. Let's go to the next image here, all right? This is where things begin to pick up a little bit with Obi Wan Kenobi as a series. So, obviously, everything related to the Kenobi TV show, all right? We have a lot of new images, one of which here, okay, is with Owen Lars looking at what appears to be one of the new Inquisitors. Now, we talked about how about 3 months ago that there was going to be a female Inquisitor in this TV show. This most likely is that, and this most likely takes place within either Mos Eisley or one of those surrounding cities on Tatooine, alright? And that's the big deal about this, because when you look at Owen Lars, alright, it's so pinpoint accurate to how we saw him in Revenge of the Sith. There's some differences here and there with his hair and his beard a little bit, but not too much. They really stayed in line with his appearance from Revenge of the Sith. I thought they did a great job here. This character, the Inquisitor, alright, we talked about her code name a couple of weeks ago, and how she's actually going to be fighting Obi Wan Kenobi in this series. I won't say anything beyond that. But, alright, we can obviously see that they really are trying to go all out with this TV show. Next image, we have, of course, Kenobi feeding what appears, of course, to be this camel-like alien on Tatooine. It kind of gives you, a throwback to, Luke Skywalker and what he was doing on Tatooine. This obviously takes place either outside or within a cave. He's most likely going to be riding this thing on Tatooine throughout the series, so we'll be able to actually, see Obi-Wan Kenobi interacting with alien creatures such as this. The next one we have an official look at the Inquisitor. Now, this character obviously is hunting down Obi-Wan Kenobi for some reason. We've talked about this as well, of how the Inquisitors are going to play a major role with Kenobi and his time on Tatooine. And what I like about the live-action portrayal of this is that they really kind of gave the armor a rough appearance, kind of as if it's used or it's been a little damaged over the years and it's not really all that polished. You can tell it's a little dusty there. It's most likely from the sands of Tatooine. But if we bring ourselves to the last two images that I think really intrigues me the most, we have Kenobi here hiding out in a cave that has all blue tint. And a lot of people are wondering, why is there a blue tint in here? Well, this could very well have something to do with Deborah Chow trying to approach very interesting new filming styles and new color correction techniques that she wanted to do in the series. She talked about this, of how she wants to make the series feel very dreamlike at times. Leading us to the last image, we have the Inquisitor, which appears to be sitting on top of a building on Nar Shaddaa. And that really is a very interesting image there. You can see how fierce she really is. She's ready for action. She's got the lightsaber on her belt hilt over there. Everything about this show, guys, I think sounds amazing. It looks amazing. Let me know what you guys think about the poster, the cover, and the images below in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon, we hear them moans again.